Alright, so I have a highly requested video for y'all today. And when I say highly requested, I mean one person asked. But as myself and probably other DIY at home builders have discovered, reassembling a transmission is a major pain. So ultimately, what should have been a pretty simple, straightforward video turned into 3 days of research and me wanting to pull my hair out about 100 times. Now, the main reason for that is because Dad and I were looking at the original Honda diagram and it just is not intuitive at all. It makes no sense. What I ended up doing was taking it over to Photoshop and reworking it so that it makes a little bit more sense to myself and probably even people who are seasoned builders. Since I went to all that effort, I went ahead and put it into a spreadsheet. So that spreadsheet will include the reworked diagram, the numbers that correlate with the gear, and on the spreadsheet, it will be in order in which the gears go on each shaft. So it'll make a little bit more sense. It also has the OEM part number, the teeth count for each gear, and detailed front and back pictures of all the gears and all the parts. Now, the OEM part number is not going to really be all that important given that you can't really buy them or they're not available, but what it will do is help when buying used from, say, like an eBay dealer. You know what to look for. You can look at the teeth count, you can look at the pictures and make sure that you're getting what you ordered. So with that all being said, I will get started. We're going to start off with stuff to look for when picking gears. For those of you who don't know, this is a late model gear, and if you try to mesh these with the early model gears, you can have fitment issues with the cases or not enough tooth engagement. These are identified as inclusions or pitting, and this is going to be run at your own risk for obvious reasons. You're also going to want to check the leading edge of engagement dogs to make sure they don't show any signs of excessive wear or damage. All right, to make things simple, I'm going to use the OEM terminology for the parts. So we're going to start with the main shaft. So first up, we have the main shaft top, and then we will go in with the spline washer, the 25 millimeter. All right, so keep in mind, again, we are using the Honda terminology, and they call these circlips according to Partzilla's website, but they are also known as snap rings, and those are old freaking snap ring pliers that my dad's had for years and years. Now you'll notice here at the end that I'm going to spin the gear, and I'm just checking to make sure that everything moves freely. Now we're going in with the main shaft third and fourth gear. Another circlip. Moving on, we have another spline washer. This is the main shaft collar for fifth gear. And going in with fifth gear. This is called a thrust washer, which is 25 millimeters, and you'll notice the other ones are blue, that one was gray. And you're going to twist it so it goes into the splines of the shaft and lock it into place with this lock washer. And then you have second gear and a 17 millimeter thrust washer. All right, so now we're going to start on the spline side of the counter shaft, and this is going to be another thrust washer. This one is 25.2 by 30. Then we're going to go in with fourth gear, a thrust washer, the gray one, spin it into the splines. lock it in place with a lock washer. Then we're going to go in with another collar. Now we have third gear. And then we go in with another blue 25mm spline washer. Another circlip. Just checking to make sure it spins freely again. This is going to be counter shaft top. This is going to be a 19mm thrust washer, which is going to sit up on that lip, and the counter shaft low collar. They call this the low gear. And this will be a 17mm thrust washer. Now we're gonna flip it, and you're gonna go in with fifth gear. With a 24.2 by 34 thrust washer, a shaft collar, and then we're gonna go in with second gear and a 22mm thrust washer. As you can see, everything meshes up really nicely, so I hope that was helpful. And the spreadsheet should be up on the website soon. So yeah, thanks for watching.